In July 2022, Triple H took over as Chief Content Officer of WWE, replacing Vince McMahon. And a lot of people have different opinions about the Paul Levesque era, so that's what we're going to be talking about today. The Paul Levesque era has started in July 2022, and the official beginning was WrestleMania 40, when we were completely introduced into a new era of the Paul Levesque era. And there's been a lot of changes in the Paul Levesque era, and today we're going to be talking about that, as we're going to be talking about who has lost the most momentum under the Paul Levesque era. So number 10 is going to be the person who has lost the least amount of momentum, all the way down to number 1, who is going to be the person, in my opinion, who has lost the most amount of momentum in the Paul Levesque era. So this should be a good video. Sit down, get some snacks, and turn me on your TV and watch this video, because it's going to be a good one. So please like and subscribe, and let's get straight into it. At number 10, I have the phenomenal AJ Styles. After everything he's done in his career, he has aged a lot, and especially under the Paul Levesque era, he's been running low on fumes. After we saw this rivalry with Cody Rhodes, his final championship rivalry, most likely in WWE, I think he is going down to TNA. We haven't seen him since he said "I quit" to Cody Rhodes, which, I mean, it was only one SmackDown, but usually he's on SmackDown, so he did have a great career, and I do have him at number 10 because he is not the person on this list who has lost the most momentum. I have somebody at number 1 who has lost a lot of momentum. He has not lost too much, considering he was in a championship rivalry with the champion right now, Cody Rhodes, and he was in an I Quit match, and he survived. He did good. He had a great match. Still a little bit of momentum, but in WWE, I think it's all gone for him. I think he's going to gain his momentum back in TNA, where he started it. And I think that's going to be the end of AJ Styles' career. So he did have a great career, and I appreciate everything he did. He did build SmackDown, and he's going to go back to the house he built in TNA. At number 9, I have the woman that has lost a lot of momentum, not only under the Paul Levesque era, but just in general, Natalya. We've all seen her on TV. She's actually surprisingly not on TV a lot, which is good for us. No offense, Natalya, but just not being used in the best way. I mean, you're just a loser after loser, but you are a former women's champion, so good for you. But that was not under the Paul Levesque era, so that was when you were a cat lady. Nobody liked you being a cat lady, but you have been talking to Sonya Deville. Maybe a tag team run with her, that'd be nice. And Raw needs some more tag teams, with the tag team champions now being on Raw confirmed. So that would be nice for her, but otherwise, I don't see anything else. If anything, she did gain momentum under the Paul Levesque era. That's why I have her so high here at 8. Most people might be like, oh, she should be down, but I don't think she got a lot of momentum in the Vince McMahon era, as you could say. So going into the Paul Levesque era, she didn't have a lot of momentum anyway, in my opinion. So I think she's just kind of stuck in the mid-card for the rest of her career. And honestly, I'd go somewhere else, but even somewhere else, I don't know if you're going to get any luck. So, sorry, Natalya, but you're on my list at number 9, actually, not number 8. This is number 8. He's injured right now, but the almighty Bobby Lashley I have at number 8 because he has lost a little bit of momentum, but like I said, he is injured, so that's going to take your momentum down. Before I think it was pandemic era, before the Paul Levesque era, Bobby Lashley was a WWE champion. He wasn't in Hurt Business, so he did lose momentum under the Paul Levesque era, as he hasn't been champion. You just kind of have to mention that, but you could also mention that he is not in the main event scene for other reasons, because of injuries, and just because there's a lot of better people, better storytelling by people in the main event scene. He's kind of just in a rivalry with, I don't even know, is the Pride in a rivalry? Is the Bloodline? Is that the Bloodline? I don't know, because they're now going on different sets here, with Jacob Fatu just debuting, which was awesome. I made a video on that. Go check that out. But, yeah, I've got Bobby Lashley at 8. Coming up at number 7, though, is Asuka, another injured woman here. Obviously, you're going to lose a lot of momentum when injured, but she was a WWE Women's Champion. I think that was in the Paul Levesque era. That's why I have her decently high up here. But after that WWE Championship reign, she hasn't really done much. So I do have her at number 7 because she did win the Tag Team Championships with Damage Control. But, so, I mean, you also can't count her up at number 1 because obviously she does have some momentum gaining on her because she was tag team champions and women's champion. So she does have some accomplishments in the Paul Levesque era, but recently she's just lost all of her momentum. And, I mean, that's probably just because she's injured, but she's out of the Money in the Bank qualifying matches, which I actually kind of wish Asuka could be in the Money in the Bank qualifying matches. She would be great in the Money in the Bank match. Obviously, I don't think she would win, but I think she would be a great addition to the Money in the Bank matches. But she's injured. Who knows how long she's going to be injured for. But hopefully Asuka can get well. But number 6, I have the New Day under the Paul Levesque era. And I am recording this before Monday Night Raw. So Kofi Kingston has a match with Karrion Kross. I don't know if anything's going to happen yet. But obviously Kross has been trying to get the New Day to break up recently. And it could happen tonight in this singles match, but I don't know. It all depends on what Paul Levesque wants to do. Under this Paul Levesque era, the New Day has been decent. They've been beating and winning rivalries with Imperium. And now they're in a rivalry with AOP. But if I recall, I don't think they have been champions under the Paul Levesque era. Maybe once. Maybe Raw's tag team champions once. But I think that was the pandemic era. And I think that's still Vince McMahon. So I have them at number 6 because they haven't won any gold under the Paul Levesque era from my knowing. And, I mean, they've been winning rivalries, winning matches, winning singles matches. Kofi Kingston has been. Xavier Woods kind of just been left in the dark, is what Karrion Kross is also trying to get at, with Xavier Woods trying to get away from Kofi Kingston, who was holding him back, in quotes. I do think Kross has a point, but I also think the New Day has been together their whole career pretty much. I don't think they're going to break up this late in their career, but I think Xavier Woods would deserve a singles run, but I think their chance could have been at King of the Ring, giving him a King of the Ring again, and maybe giving him a title match at SummerSlam. But maybe they just want to give Xavier a heel run before he ends his career. I feel like if anybody's going to get lost in the dust, it would be Kofi if Xavier turns heel. And, I mean, the New Day hasn't been the same without Big E. So this is a good opportunity for them to break up. It would give a little bit of a twist. I would actually enjoy it, even though I do love the New Day a lot. But Xavier Woods deserves a singles run. Kofi could honestly just be like kind of the same person he is now, just not in a tag team. I think it would work out. I don't know what Karrion Kross wants with Xavier. I think he just wants to free him, but I don't know. We'll see what happens on Raw. Once again, I'm recording this before Raw, but at number 5, I have the Judgment Day holding Finn Balor back. This may be a little controversial, considering he has won the tag team championships a lot in the Judgment Day, but otherwise, he hasn't done anything. I mean, he had a match with Seth Rollins at SummerSlam, but he obviously lost. And none of us really thought he would win. We hoped he would win, but Seth just overcame. And that was the problem with Seth Rollins' reign, is he just kept overcoming people he wanted to win, like Finn Balor, Drew McIntyre, Shinsuke Nakamura actually wanted to win for a little bit. And just other people like that. Like Jey Uso had a match on Raw. Obviously, we all wanted him to win. And if you guys are wanting to see Jey Uso on this list, you're mistaken. Because under the Paul Levesque era, Jey Uso gained the most momentum, in my opinion. But Finn Balor did lose a lot of momentum. And that's obviously, I think you guys could have predicted him being on this list. But I have him pretty low because he hasn't won a singles championship. He just won tag championships, which he's now kind of a side chick to the Judgment Day, not doing anything, losing matches to make Damian Priest mad, and he's just in that storyline so Damian Priest could get mad. But I think soon he would not be on my list because I think he's going to get a world title shot against Damian Priest and be inserted in the main event picture now soon enough. I think he lost his Money in the Bank qualifying match. So I don't know if he's going to be Money in the Bank anymore. I think that would have been a good opportunity to kind of do a Bayley type thing on Io Sky where he just turns on Damian Priest. But I don't know. We'll have to see what's next for that. But coming up at number 4, we're getting down here. Number 4, I have Shinsuke Nakamura, which is somebody I just mentioned. Obviously, Shinsuke has lost a lot of momentum, as you all could predict that he was on this list. He has had a rivalry with Seth Rollins for the title. A rivalry with the current champion, but at the time he wasn't the champion, Cody Rhodes. He's had some good rivalries. We all thought he had one with CM Punk, when we were predicting CM Punk to come back, but that didn't happen. CM Punk is not on this list, obviously. I mean Shinsuke Nakamura. He's had some good storylines, but he just never won them. I mean, he was a great heel in the Cody Rhodes storyline, a great heel in the Seth Rollins storyline. He's a great heel. I feel like Paul Levesque could do a lot more with him. But under the Vince McMahon era, he was doing a lot better. I mean, he was on SmackDown as well. He was getting championships. He won a Royal Rumble. My brother actually got a handshake from him and all this. I mean, I actually love Shinsuke Nakamura. I feel like he could do a lot more with him now being on SmackDown after the draft, but he hasn't been used. I don't even think he's been in a match ever since being drafted to SmackDown. But it's obvious that he has lost a lot of momentum, and there's really nothing he could do about it. So, but coming in at number 3, I have. So I did end up skipping number 3, which might be a pleasure for you guys because you don't have to hear my voice a lot. But we did go straight to number 2, who is Jinder Mahal. Obviously, a former WWE champion. I feel like he didn't ever have a lot of momentum in the Vince McMahon era, but under Paul Levesque era, I can count him in this because he did return in the Paul Levesque era as the former WWE champion. That soon turned out to be The Rock, but it was a little prank done by WWE, and I actually enjoyed it. I was actually happy to see Jinder Mahal back. Obviously, I wasn't happy after they did the little prank thing with him being the former WWE champion, but I do like Jinder Mahal, and I feel like he could do a lot more. I think he is out of WWE now. I think he got resigned, or not resigned. Whatever. I think he's gone. He did have that World Championship match on Monday Night Raw with Seth freaking Rollins. That injured Seth Rollins. That might have changed Seth Rollins' career until WrestleMania, because he did go into WrestleMania injured still, which he never told anybody, but Becky Lynch then revealed that. So Jinder Mahal did have a good effect on WWE. Well, a bad effect on WWE, but a big effect on WWE. And since Seth Rollins was the Monday Night Raw's biggest babyface and the World Heavyweight Champion at that time, obviously had a big effect. But I feel like he could do a lot more for the Paul Levesque era. But coming in at number 1, I do have somebody that I don't think anybody would predict, but a lot of people could predict if they thought. I have Cedric Alexander. I actually love Cedric Alexander, and I wish he would be in WWE more. He just feels like he's gone now. After he had that segment with Ashanti Adonis for a tag team, I was super happy maybe he'd do something, but then they're just gone. Like, it's kind of like they just threw that in on SmackDown. Or was it Raw? I don't even know. It was so long ago. And they just never showed up after that, and it just hurts because Cedric was a former champion. He is a great champion, and I miss him. And I mean, the short hair of Cedric Alexander was beautiful. The really end for his prime Alexander run was Hurt Business in like 2021 or 2020 under the Vince McMahon era, but Paul Levesque era, he just turned down to be a jobber. And it's actually sad for me because I do love Cedric Alexander. I know a lot of people love Cedric Alexander. Just his talent. I mean, he is still so talented. They could put him in mid-card matches for SmackDown or Raw. I don't even know where he got drafted. I don't even think he did, but he could be in the IC picture. He could be in the tag team picture with Ashanti Adonis. He could be in the United States picture. He is just so good. He could do anything. I mean, if they really wanted it, it's going to take a while for him to get into a title picture, but it's possible. It's 100% possible, and I miss Cedric Alexander. He doesn't even need to be in a title picture. I just want him to not take losses every second. Because, I mean, that Braun Breaker spear and that Braun Breaker loss immediately, I was hoping in that Braun Breaker run that he would not be involved in it. But he did, and he lost immediately. And that is what really just secured him as a professional jobber in WWE. And that's a sad moment for Cedric Alexander fans and just Cedric Alexander in general. So, sorry for this awkward ending here. I was hearing stuff in my house, but yeah, my number 1 is Cedric Alexander. I hope you guys did enjoy this video of Paul Levesque era and who lost the most momentum. Thank you guys so much for watching, and tomorrow I also know that I missed yesterday as a everyday post day. I don't know if I'm going to be posting every day. I might go to every other day. It's just a lot of stress on me. So it's either every day or every other day. It might be different every week or something. I don't know. But I'll keep posting either tomorrow or the day after for the Raw recap. I probably will get it posted tomorrow because posting a Raw recap on Wednesday would not make sense. So I'll get that figured out, though. I'll try to get back on track. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and check out my SmackDown recap.